Question C. Candace has a candle that is 8 inches tall. On Christmas Eve, she burns the candle throughout the day. The candle is melting at a rate of 1/4 of an inch each hour. Complete the table to represent the situation. So Candace has a candle that's 8 inches tall. When it melts, it's going to subtract 1/4 of an inch each hour. All right, so if I wrote my equation, that's what it would look like. So now I need to use my equation to plug these values in. So my x column has a 2 right here. So I'm going to write y equals 8 minus 1/4 times 2. Okay. Now, if I'd solve this using PEMDAS, that means I would do 1/4 times 2 first. So 1/4 times 2. 1 times 2 is 2, 4 times 1 is 4, and that simplifies to 1/2. So y equals 8 minus 1/2. When I have 8 minus 1/2, I get 7.5. So down here under 2, I should have 7.5. Now, for my 6.5, it's in my y column, so I'm actually going to put 6.5 equals 8 minus 1/4 x. Now, just to make this a little easier, I'm going to go ahead and turn 1/4 into a decimal on this one. So 6.5 equals 8 minus 0.25x. Now I'm going to solve this like a two-step equation. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 8. So I have 6.5 minus 8. And when I do that subtraction, I'm going to get 6.5 minus 8 is going to give me a negative 1.5. Okay. Now I still have a negative 0.25x on the other side. And now I'm down to a one-step equation. So these are multiplying together. I'm going to divide. Now, if I don't know this off the top of my head, I can think of this as how many quarters go into $1.50. And if I think about it that way, then I know there's 6 quarters in $1.50. And then a negative divided by a negative is a positive. So up here in my x, I should have a positive 6. Now, for number 8, I can plug it into this equation again. So y equals 8 minus 1/4, that's a 4, times 8. Now, if I do 1/4 times 8 over 1, that 4 goes into 8 2 times. So 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. So y equals 8 minus 2. And 8 minus 2 is 6. So I should have another 6 here. And now over here, I have 5 in my y column. So this one's going to look like the 6.5 here. 5 equals 8 minus 0.25x. Again, this is a two-step equation. It's a positive 8, so I need to subtract it. So I get 5 minus 8. That gives me a negative 3. And again, another way, these are multiplying together, so I need to divide by a negative 0.25. And I get x equals, again, I can think about this as how many quarters go into $3. And when I think about it that way, I get 12. And a negative divided by a negative is a positive. So I should have 12 in my x column on that table.